Welcome back to my channel. This is a continuation of my first video about tips and tricks for beginners. I've linked the first one in the description below. Ability score modifiers only increase on even numbers. This means that it's more beneficial to have an even ability score than an odd one, as the modifier will be 1 point higher. For example, if your strength is 18, you get a +4 modifier on strength-based checks and attacks. However, if you increase that to 19, you still only get a +4 modifier. The extra point doesn't provide any difference.
Time for some bloody work.
Here, we can see the strength modifier applied to both the attack and damage rolls. If you find yourself frequently encumbered, you can conveniently send items to camp. No need to designate one companion as a pack mule. Camping supplies are particularly heavy. There's no need to carry them around. Just send them to camp and retrieve them right before taking a long rest. Just right-click an item and then select Send to Camp in the drop-down menu. In your camp, locate the Traveler's Chest. This will contain all your items. The camp layout changes, depending on which area you're in. But the Traveler's Chest should be there. Just look around. When presented with multiple dialogue skill checks, you can hover the mouse over each one. This allows you to see the applicable bonuses from ability modifiers and relevant proficiencies. You can then select the one with the highest chance of success. Before we move to combat-related tips, be sure to quick save often. This can be done by pressing F5. You can save in the middle of a fight, but you can't in dialogue. It may change in the full game. Quick load is F8. It will load the most recent quick save you have. These are the other shortcut keys I frequently use. Tactical camera gives players a top-down view of the game environment. F1 through F4 cycles through your party members.
Despite everything.
What now?
Bloody worthless. Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
Pressing U sheaths and unsheaths your weapon. Z is for jumping. Pressing C activates Sneak for the selected character,
Might as well go myself.
Lost like that.
while Shift C is for the entire party. Left Shift shows the sneak
course,
cones,
it was
or the
Peppermint.
areas nearby characters can see. Press V to quickly shove someone.
70 years of terror. For what?
Be more watchsome next time.
F cycles between your melee and ranged weapons. The L key opens the reactions window. You can select which ones you want to activate here. Checking the Ask box lets you decide whether to trigger the reaction or not. X key lets you throw items from your inventory. Initiative order, or turn order, determines the sequence in which characters take their actions during combat. Here, we can see that it's Shadowheart's turn, and 2 allies have already taken their turn before her. After Shadowheart, this goblin tracker will move next, followed by another goblin. The best way to deal with enemies is to take them out before they can strike. Your dexterity directly influences your initiative score. Creatures with the highest initiative will go first. Now it's Portho's turn. I'll let him take out the Goblin Devout before she can cast her spells. Opportunity Attack is a special melee attack that can be made against a creature that is moving out of your reach. Enemies can also perform opportunity attacks against you. This can be done once per turn. You can use the disengage action if it's crucial for you to move away from an enemy. This will prevent opportunity attacks. When using ranged weapons, you'll receive an attack bonus whenever you are positioned on higher ground compared to your target. This translates to a 10% increase in your attack roll. The fighter's Disarming Attack at level 3 is invaluable when fighting enemies with strong magical weapons. You can perform this attack using both ranged and melee weapons. Disarm the enemy and quickly get their weapon. They will then be forced to fight you with their fists. I used this on the fake god Boo Wow, but didn't quite get the rare magical sickle I was hoping for. During combat, dropping a torch or a candle from your inventory doesn't cost you any action. You can then dip your weapon for bonus fire damage for 3 turns.
A vital boost.
It can also apply the burning condition for 1 turn, dealing 1d4 fire damage. Using the gloves of flint and steel adds another turn of burning if the enemy fails their saving throw. You can get this from Dareth after saving her husband in the Underdark. If you can't be bothered dropping a candle, use the gloves with Everburn Blade. You can get this from Commander Zalk in the Nautiloid very early in the game.
Shouldn't have made me your enemy.
Please support the channel by subscribing if you find my videos helpful. There are plenty of spell combinations in the game. The most common ones involve water. Druids and clerics, such as Shadowheart, can cast Create Water. Or you can buy the Rain Dancer staff from Aaron, the first merchant you meet in Druid Grove. What's great about this staff is it recharges every short rest. Casting Witch Bolt on a water surface will electrocute all the enemies standing in the water, as can be seen here. It also deals double damage to wet enemies. Electrified water deals 1d4 lightning damage per turn.
No time like the present.
Casting Glyph of Warding Cold on a water surface turns it into ice. Ice-based spells will deal double damage to wet enemies. The ice surface will have movement speeds, and creatures moving on it has a chance of slipping and falling prone. Lightning-based spells will also deal double damage to wet enemies. Without the water surface, Glyph of Warding Lightning dealt significantly lesser damage. A very common spell combination at lower levels is Grease, either the spell or bottle, plus the Firebolt cantrip.
Let up.
Grease will cause an explosion, burning the creatures caught in it. Web and any fire spell will also have the same effect. When you're playing as a warlock, casting Hold Person on an enemy and hitting it with Eldritch Blast gives you advantage on your attack rolls. This increases the chance of dealing a critical hit. The same thing happens when hitting sleeping enemies. The Warlock's bread and butter, though, is Eldritch Blast plus Hex. Hex is a first-level spell that allows a Warlock to curse a target. An extra necrotic damage is applied when they hit the cursed target with an attack. When the target dies, you can reapply Hex without expending a spell slot. Since Eldritch Blast is a cantrip, you can do these indefinitely, provided you don't lose your concentration. That's all I have for now. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.